Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to what is the last official KEW Live of the regular season, the first inaugural season that has been the KEW. This one will be a classic, and we'll take a little walk down memory lane as well, potentially, and have a little discussion about some of the matches that we've had during the KEW whilst we're here doing the last one, before we hit the next main pay-per-view, because I feel the pay-per-view deserves its own big, real a testament, and I'd like to just focus on the things in the pay-per-view for that one. We're getting things started here, though, with the Witch Mother taking on the Spyclops, and as the Witch Mother slowly makes her way to the ring. Well, she's not been in the KEW a long time, but she has, of course, had a big impact on things in the KEW. She was the darkness behind the dissolution of the Teachers Union that saw it amount into the Coven, and she of course revealed herself by sliding into the ring to protect Miss Tash from the onslaughts of Dude Jeans in one particular match. Since then she has had a slow start to life in KEW, which she'll be looking to potentially ramp up towards the next main pay-per-view, which is of course coming our way on Sunday. As the mysterious door flies open and the Witch Mother lurks in amongst the mist behind the door frame somewhere. She's of course locked in this rivalry with the Demon Hunter himself, who has come to the aid of Dude Jeans once the Witch Mother discovered Dude Jeans' ambitions to assault her followers, revealing herself from the darkness, her hand forced in many ways in that aspect. And since then, her and the Spyclops have been at one another, and the Spyclops has had the upper hand in most of those matches, you'd have to say. But the tide seems to have been switching a little bit in recent weeks, and can the Witch Mother look to put pay dirt here and get one over on the Spyclops? Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, as she makes her way to the ring with a lantern and the mist in the background. We'll talk briefly about the Spyclops now as well, being as the Witch Mother takes her time to get to the ring, and some of his past matches as well. He is of course a one-time KEW champion, won the championship heading into the Halloween pay-per-view, and managed to defeat the Shinigami to retain it at the pay-per-view. Lost it in the very next episode of KEW after the pay-per-view, but of course he has had many a difficult path and has defeated demons in the past, taking out the Shinigami, but then failing to deal with the Plowman after that pay-per-view, going into the Christmas pay-per-view where the Plowman got the upper hand of him. It was really, though, in the run-up to the Halloween pay-per-view. Then he had some of his most famous and infamous moments in the KEW. Of course, the ambulance match against the Shinigami, which led to one of the greatest moments in the KEW's history, where he threatened to crush the Shinigami in the ambulance, and the Shinigami then emerging weeks and weeks later after being out of action, trapped inside the ambulance, and he was then came out and choke slammed the Spyclops into the middle of the ring. And like I say, since then the Spyclops had his rivalry in his battle against the Plowman, lost it succinctly, but was really then almost put out to pasture in the KEW, fell out of favour with the CEO, fell out of favour with the fans. It's only in the most recent weeks that we've seen him make a bit of a comeback, really. A new darkness emerges in the KEW, and of course he's there to meet it and challenge it outright. And this of course brings us up to now with his recent battles with the Witch Mother. He of course slid in and saved Dude Jeans from a chair attack, and has formed the Men of Science, the two former science teachers of course. And they are a fearsome tag team, one to watch out for, really. Here we go then. He comes flying out of the blocks immediately. The Spyclops, big clothesline there, smashing his man down on the floor. pummeling the life now out of the Witch Mother. The Witch Mother's slow out of the gates here. Here we go. She's got him now. She rolls him over, and it's been all Cyclops so far, though. The Witch Mother taking a pounding to him now. Stomping on the chest. Slow back to his feet, the Cyclops. The Witch Mother now gets hold of him by the head and whips him down to the floor here. And I said the Witch Mother have been slow in their rivalry, but over recent weeks it seemed to take a bit of a turn. The Witch Mother are getting a bit more of an upper hand in things. Big elbow there from the Witch Mother, and down the Cyclops goes. She does, of course, have those big heavy studs on her greaves there. She stomps the face into the mat there, and a little kick to the back as well. Gets hold of the head now and is ramming that firmly into the KEW matting there. Climbing now to the top rope. She's poised here, flies off, big body splash, nobody home though, and a big boot there from the Cyclops to boot the Witch Mother's face off, as now she gets hold of the Cyclops again and whips him around, a little arm drag there, goes for the cover. Not even a 1 count though. The Cyclops plenty left in the tank here. He's used to battling the darkness, but the Witch Mother here has him locked up now and has that headlock locked in, trying to put him to sleep, and a few furious shots to the ribs here from the Cyclops. Battles him out of it. The hits to the kidneys to get the Witch Mother off of him. She is a dangerous opponent. If she can get those submissions and holds locked in, she'll put you in a dangerous environment. Look at that, jumps back to her feet here. She's feeling the wave of the anticipation in the KEW. She goes flying over the top ropes there, in amongst the fans, holding her back. Perhaps that whip over the ropes has done more damage than we could have possibly thought it might have there. The Cyclops, a little scream to the crowd there, showing off to the people in the front row. Gets hold of the Witch Mother now, lifts her up and slams her down on that spine on the outside. And that's what he's got to work on, really. The Witch Mother's back, not what it used to be. Has her on the shoulders now, and then drops her face first on the outside. Big drop there, and again you can see she's clutching the back. You've got to wonder how much damage it did where the Cyclops gave her those shots to the ribs and the kidneys early on. You can see she's gripping the kidney area and then she gets a free chance to. Now she's just having her face stomped in by the Cyclops. We're on a 5 count already. The referee must be saying get back in the ring surely by now. Up to a 6, and the Cyclops throws her back in the ring here. And then climbs back in himself. He's content to finish things in the ring as we're up to a 7 count, and she looks woozy back to her feet. Maybe it's the damage done to the back. Rams the head into the corner. Now gives her a little kick to the guts and a headbutt down here and a big punch there. And look at this, she's resting on the ropes. The Cyclops climbs out of the ring here, and he's got something lined up here. Runs along and drives, massive drop kick there to the face of Miss Kasuj. She looks like she's down and out in the centre of the ring now, and he goes for the cover here. 1, 2, just a 2 count there though. The Witch Mother with enough left in the tank to get the arm up as he's poised now in the corner. He's got something loaded here. She's stumbling around, speared in half there, and now that might be enough to put the Witch Mother away here again. 1, 2, 3, and there it is. The Cyclops dealing with the Witch Mother pretty convincingly, ladies and gentlemen. You can see she's down in the middle of the ring, and the Cyclops here not content with just winning, battering the life out of her in the centre of the ring, stomping on her. Now he's pointing to her and say, you stay there, I've got something in special for you. Gets the table out from under the ring, and this is not what we wanted to see just before the next main pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want to see any of the KEW's athletes injured. Look at this, threatens the referee, tells him to get out of the ring. He's got a job to do, and his job is defeating darkness. The Witch Mother, slow back to her feet here. I'm surprised no members of the Coven have come out to try and rescue her. And now he spears her through the table here, ladies and gentlemen. And the Witch Mother down, holding the back. You can see there, she looks smashed in half. Goodness gracious me, the Cyclops taking a special offence to her there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to see how that one progresses in the following weeks in the KEW. We'll move into our next matches here for the evening. When I say how it's going to progress, we've really only got the next main pay-per-view, so we'll see if the Witch Mother's fit for the pay-per-view, or if that'll have done enough damage to knock her out of it. We'll move on to our next match, though, and let that last lot sink in for a little bit here. We've got the Tange taking on James the Cat. It will be James the Cat out first, I think. And of course, the two of them, former tag team champions. They did win the belts together at one point and then succinctly lost them, if memory serves correctly, And both of them former KEW champions. James the Cat obviously had the belt before losing it to Mark, where he was pinned with the feet on the rope, and James the Cat's never really forgiven Mark for that one. The two of them fought it out since then, but it was all really Mark. James the Cat was unable to really get a upper hand in that one at all, really. He is an athlete who is a dangerous one in the KEW, though, and he has had many a storied rivalry. Of course, famously had the rivalry with Benji, which saw the two of them go at it for the first honour of the KEW title. He did lose that one, though, and since then really been in the mid-tables all season in the KEW. He is now down at the bottom end of the table, though, as is his opponent, who will come out next. James the Cat there, crowd favourite, as we've said, all season long in the KEW. The fans love him, and you can understand why. He is a good wrestler, competitive wrestler, and can pull a surprise win out of anywhere. And here we come then, the man who's struggled in recent weeks in the KEW and has seen his stock fall and fall and fall. If he was on Wall Street, then the people gambling on him would have been diving out the windows. Here he comes, Tangus the Great then. He is, of course, a one-time KEW champion. Won it all the way back at the start of the season, taking the title off of Benji, and then losing it in Trouble in Tangetown to James the Cat in the ring. And he will have seen that as a little bit unfair to lose his belt, but he isn't good in multi-man events. Better in the one-on-one competitions is Tangus the Great, and he's had his troubles in multi-man events recently in the KEW. It is really the way that when you're in the bottom section of the KEW, you've got to win one of those to really shoot your stock upwards. It's a long, slow slog otherwise, and that's why I've seen him really drop in the KEW in recent weeks. He gets too absorbed with the other action, doesn't do enough ring management, and keeps his awareness on the people in the ring, allows easy pins to go on in the ring, and that's kind of left to his falling in the KEW here, where he's now taking on James the Cat just before our next main pay-per-view. A win here for Tange, doing the power of good to try and turn around his KEW career. But James the Cat, of course, will look to put pay dirt to that, and he'll say a win here, and I might get the shot at the KEW's CEO, former champion. Well, big suplex there from Tange in the next main pay-per-view. It's what he's been asking for weeks since being left out of the Royal Rumble, of course, James the Cat. And he's not been given the opportunity, of course. Lost to the Assassin in our last main time that we saw him. But that really put pay dirt to things, and now you can see here Tange out immediately. He looks angry and motivated here. He won't be happy with his current KEW ranking being down the bottom end of it. Like I said, he is much better in one-on-one events. He is a ruthless opponent who will come out furiously and attack people. Big knee drive there again to the face. And he's not been good in multi-man, multi-person events, if you like it. Don't think he's won a single one of them all season in the KEW. Of course, lost in the Lost episode in the cage match. He was in there, which Andrew took the title from Mark in. He was in the cell for that one, lost that one. He's since, of course, lost other multi-man events that have been the opportunity for him to be the number one contender, and he has, of course, had the opportunity to be the number one contender against the Rams James the Cat into the barricades here. Of course, lost that number one contender spot to the Firefighter just before our last main pay-per-view, or the one previous. It would have been the Christmas pay-per-view, we believe. He lost his number one contendership there to the Firefighter. As James the Cat dives off the ropes now, misses Tange. Looks like he clipped him there, but Tange quickly back to his feet, and James the Cat slow up here. Neck breaker from Tange there. Goes for the cover now on James the Cat. Not even a one count, no. James, of course, was the KEW champion after Tange. Yes, he didn't pin Tange. He was in the Trouble in Tangetown pay-per-view. He came out of the main event of that as the champion, being the last man in the Battle Royal, which saw Tange lose the belt. He then swiftly and succinctly lost it to Mark, as Mark came flying through. Mark only held the belt for a couple of weeks, really, before he lost it to Atomic Andy, and Andy then, in turn, I think, lost it to the Spiklops, which that's how it set us up for the Halloween pay-per-view. Big clothesline there from Tange. And James the Cat yet to really get out of first gear here in this one. Tange has given him an absolute pummeling so far, and like I said, he looks motivated and he looks angry. He looks like the type of KEW athlete that we saw in the early doors in the KEW. He always comes out and shows well, Tange. He doesn't always get the results that he should for some of the displays that he puts on. But like I said, he's not good in the multi-person events. So perhaps that's the reason why. Gets James the Cat back to his feet. Now another big clothesline there. And another one again. James the Cat back to his feet for more punishment. Ducks under here and a big side slam there. Big scoop slam. And James the Cat down and holding his back now as the Tange working around, stomping his way around James the Cat, who, like I said, has not got out of second gear here. It's been all very one-sided. As you said, the Tange probably shouldn't be down as low as he is in the power rankings. 2 here, another shoulder up from James the Cat, but you've got to wonder how much left James the Cat has. Gets up here, off the ropes. Oh, he's missed him again with that jumping DDTs. The Tange looked like he was going for a Tange knockout as well and didn't connect. And James the Cat out of the corner now, goes for the kick to the guts. Tange holds on to him though, Russian leg sweeps him down. Has hold of the ankle now. Look at this, has the ankle locked in. He's not a man we see submissions used very often, but he's managed to get it in here and drag down there from James the Cat. Perhaps there you go, not awareness with them. Now James the Cat has him held up in the neck breaker there, snapping the neck down as he sits down on the canvas. A shot to the back there. And another one here, not letting the Tange back up off the mat. Gets hold of him now. Whips him into the ropes. Lifts him up and oh, big power slam there over on his back and a big shot to the side of the head there. Runs and off the ropes here and a big splash but missed it again. It's been a sloppy wrestling from James the Cat. And now Tange with a knockout blow. The Tange knockout. Hooks the legs. 1, 2. Oh, but James the Cat's had enough left in the tank to kick out, and you've got to feel tangible furious about that one. I said that James the Cat is an athlete who gives it his all in every match, and big elbow there from Tange off the top ropes. And now James the Cat rolls out of the way of the stomp there. Gets hold of the Tange now, rams his head squarely into the turnbuckle. Look at that, there's a load of blood on Tange's face there. I wonder if the glasses caught him shy in the eye there as James the Cat ramming the forearm into Tange's face here, and Tange should have done enough to put this one away really, but James the Cat enough left in the tank to still keep going here. Now goes for the cover himself on the Tange. 1, just a 1 count there though. Tange had enough left, enough savvy about him to get back into this one, we feel. James the Cat now furious punches to the face, not allowing the Tange any type of breathing room. He's swiftly up to his feet now though, and now James the Cat off the ropes. He's missed it again. More sloppy wrestling from James the Cat. Oh, Tange went for the knockout blow, but James the Cat shoves him off. Tange with a big right fist now, and a big suplex as well to follow up swiftly as he delivers James the Cat onto the floor. And now lets James the Cat crawl into the corner here. And now look at this, taunting him from the opposite corner. Now charges across the ring and a big clothesline there in the corner, smashing him into it. And James the Cat looks like he might be in a spot of bother again now, but no, pushes the Tange off. And the Tange, like I said, should have had this one put away many a time already. But James the Cat has battled back here, ladies and gentlemen. Tange started furiously, and here's the stunner! And Tange might be out for the count. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, but Tange gets a shoulder up at the last second, and James the Cat has got to, again, both men here, got to feel a little bit aggrieved that the referee was perhaps counting. Slow, big splash from the top rope onto the outside. It's been a sloppy wrestling from James the Cat, but he's refused to go awake here, and now he's looking to put the Tange away on the outside. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, ramming the head into the matting on the outside. We thought this might be a good match between the two of them down the bottom end of the power rankings. Perhaps both of them not really where they deserve to be and should be a little higher up in the power rankings. James the Cat now picks the Tange up back to his feet. Perhaps James the Cat wants to say to everyone in the crowd, look, I might have lost him a few times in the past, but this is a new era for James the Cat. This is my time to shine. I want my shot at the CEO. I've been denied it week after week in the KEW. Now it's my time to put the Tange away and to get my shot at the next main pay-per-view to prove I should have been. Oh, the senton bomb from the top rope there from James the Cat. Right onto Tange. You might have crushed the ribs here. And look at this. James the Cat poised and ready for something here. Gives Tange another kick to the guts and another stunner. That's surely got to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and there it is. James the Cat puts the Tange away. The Tange slump is real. It continues. He's going to be right at the bottom of the power rankings, ladies and gentlemen, after this one. Goodness gracious me. James the Cat puts him away, and he is motivated. He'll be coming for Big Bird. Will Big Bird say to him, you know what? You had the opportunity to have the shot at the next at the next main pay-per-view. You want to take on the bull, you can take him on by the bull and the horns. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, big win for James the Cat, massive loss for the Tange as that slump continues in the Tange's career. He really is finishing the season very poorly, ladies and gentlemen. Shocking result there. And move on to our next match for the evening, seeing two of the newer members of the KEW. King Daddy, of course, one who we've seen many a time in recent weeks. He hasn't really had much of an opportunity to shine in one-on-one matches. He's had a lot of multi-man events. And the Torpedo, well, the two of them, of course, a little bit of a rivalry emerging here after King Daddy tried to pile driver the Torpedo, or did pile driver the Torpedo a few weeks ago now, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the Torpedo then. This one is a hardcore match. The two of them wanted the opportunity to battle the life out of one another, and the CEO has been more than happy to give it to them. Here comes the sinewy little man then, the man with more veins and muscles than he has charisma. Makes his way down to the ring. He is, like I said, one of the newer members of the KEW. We've seen a little bit of him in the run-up to this pay-per-view, and since he came in before the last main pay-per-view, he was given the opportunity to compete for the hardcore title, of course, and took the opportunity when he won the four-man bout, pinning his tag partner Big Dan from the Misfits, and moved on to face the BFG, where he lost the hardcore belt there, but has since then found himself middling in that bottom end of the KEW. He could have really done with winning that title shot there, and since then, of course, the hardcore belt has been off limits as the the Assassin and the BFG have been locked in a furious debate about that one, with the Assassin announcing he was coming for the hardcore belt rather than the main belt. He didn't want to challenge the CEO, who was the holder of it at the time, and his tag partner, the CEO, of course, lost the belt to Benji, and now you've got to wonder if he's got to question whether the Assassin should have gone for that belt rather than announcing very early doors that he was going for the hardcore championship. And here then comes his opponent for the evening. You can see he looks furious already, the Torpedo. The two of them are not happy with one another. The Irish King, as he stands, makes his way down to the ring. He is, of course, the newest member of the KEW, and he is one to be feared, really, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a super conventional wrestler. He's not one of the new modern high flyers. He's a bit of a throwback. He has, of course, many a child supporting him here in the audience. He is a family man, mainly because he has many families. Into the ring he comes then. Off the ropes he bounces. He looks fired up and ready to go here. The two of them, of course, this mini rivalry sparked when the King Daddy tried to pile drive, or did pile driver, the Torpedo, trying to end his career. And look at that, the Torpedo looks angry and motivated. Says, let's see if you can try and end my career in a one-on-one match. I'll end your career in this hardcore event. Irate there from King Daddy, coming immediately out at the Torpedo. Now whips King Daddy into the corner, and he gets an elbow up furiously there. He gets hold of him now, throws him back into the corner. Big right-hander there. Now drags the arm over the ropes there, and look at that, wrenching the arm around the ropes there, trying to weaken the Torpedo's arms. Few furious shots in the corner here, and King Daddy looks motivated. Big punch there, dropping the fist in the face, and a kick to the head as well, doing the damage early doors to the Torpedo's head. Maybe he knows if he can get another pile driver in, that he'll be able to put him away, and you can see the Torpedo's bleeding already, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to wonder what King Daddy's got in the end of those shoes, whether it's steel toe cap, those little orange ends. Oh, big kick there again, straight in the Torpedo's face. Now the Torpedo's slow crawling to the corner, and King Daddy not letting him have any time, rams the knee into the face there, climbs out of the ring now. Now he's looking for a little additional help under the ring, gets the steel chair, and he might look to end the Torpedo's career early. Doors in the KEW as he's given the steel chair shot square to the noggin there, and he might go for the cover early on here as well. Just a one count there though, the Torpedo. He is a man who's very well built, so does have plenty of stamina, but he's not been able to get out of first gear here, as now the King Daddy lifts him up. Oh, back body drop right on the edge of the chair there, and the Torpedo sitting now like a teddy bear in the ring, just dealing with the onslaught as the King Daddy gets the garbage can. Over the top rope it goes and almost hits the Torpedo in the face. Oh, but he face busters him down onto the mat there. It looked like he's smushed him square into that steel chair. Gets over the arm now and wrenches the King Daddy round, stomping on the elbow there. And there's plenty in the ring for the Torpedo to be giving the King Daddy a beating with as well. Gets hold of the ankle now, wrenching it round. And a big elbow drop there as well. And you can hear the trash can skittering around in the ring. Furious shots now from the Torpedo to King Daddy. He won't like the way this one has started, and you can see he's taking out some aggression here. He is an angry little man, the Torpedo. He's a dangerous athlete from that perspective. He comes into every single wrestling event that he has fired up, furious, manages to have the anger to keep going. Oh, it looked like a drop kick of sorts there, or some sort of toe drag, we're not quite sure. Picks up King Daddy now, has hold of him, flips up. Oh no, King Daddy gets him up and oh, slams him down dangerously close to that steel chair again. I thought King Daddy might be going around to get the chair, but no, just working around. The Torpedo whips him into the corner now. And oh, big charging elbow, whips him out of the corner. And then from behind, clobbers him down. And he's clipped that steel chair again. You can see the blood furiously pouring out of him. He has the trash can now, King Daddy. And oh, throws it in the back of the Torpedo on the floor. Has hold of the legs here. Oh, Torpedo up and rolls over and kicks him in the face, but only for King Daddy to jump on top of him and beat the life out of him on the floor. And maybe King Daddy will look to put his career away here. And you can see the blood streaming down the face of the Torpedo as King Daddy took way too long there. Went to the top ropes, but no, the Torpedo didn't continue with assault fast enough. And he's rolled out of the ring now, and King Daddy has the trash can. Throws it to the outside. He wants it as a bit of additional help on the outside. Climbs out now. The Torpedo, though, sees him coming and throws him back into the ring. I'm sure the Torpedo probably should have used a bit more time on the outside there, but he's climbed back into the ring. King Daddy's up quickly. Gets hold of the Torpedo now. Furious elbows from the Torpedo to perhaps try and battle back in this one. You can see the blood streaming down his face already. Big elbow there. And another one to King Daddy. And a third, and King Daddy's down. Nice little stomp on the arm there. Knee to the back as well. And the Torpedo now, maybe he's going to go and look for something additional. He's got the trash can. He's maybe going to look to introduce that to King Daddy. Oh, over the ropes it goes, almost again colliding with King Daddy there. And King Daddy slow back to his feet here. Big shot there from the Torpedo, dropping him down to the ground. I wonder if he'll go for that trash can in a minute. Has hold of King Daddy now. Whips him around and oh, spins him around and gives him the knee to the guts as the trash can flips up onto its end neatly. And here we go, the Torpedo now gets hold of the trash can and oh, gives it to King Daddy in the back and says, you enjoyed the trash can so much, why don't you have a turn on it? Gives him a shot to the back of the head now. Now, off the ropes here, big crossbody there, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and kick out there from King Daddy. Torpedo now has the arm, gets hold of him, wrenching him round by it. Takes him down to the floor. Big stomp on the arm there. Rolls him up here. Picks him up on the shoulders. The power on display of the Torpedo. Hooks him round. Oh, and drives his head into his knee there. He might have concussed King Daddy. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. Just a 2 count though. King Daddy somehow manages to kick out of that and now gets up and is on the assault. Has the Torpedo on the shoulders, carrying him round. Lifts him high and drops him face first into the turnbuckle. And look at that, he slumps into the corner. The damage has been done to Torpedo's face, and you can see now King Daddy choking him. He says, you might be known as one of the more pretty boys in the KEW. 1, 2, but I'm the man who's got multiple children. The ladies can't resist me. It's my Irish charm. Oh, went for something there though, and the Torpedo ducked out of the way of it. And now the furious kicks from the Torpedo right up the arse of King Daddy. That's holding him from behind. Big backdrop there, slamming him round on his face. And the Torpedo now goes for the cover. Has the King Daddy got anything left? Oh, he's on the ropes as well, on the second rope. 1, 2, 3, puts him away. Oh, the cheating efforts there from the Torpedo. Legs on the second rope, puts King Daddy away. King Daddy will not be happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the blood teeming off the face of the Torpedo as well. He's battered, he's bruised, and the King Daddy will not take that one laying down lightly. He'll be requesting a rematch, ladies and gentlemen, and the Torpedo cheats his way to victory. And look at this, taunting in front of the KEW faithful now. The fans not happy with him. And I don't blame them. The little cheater scores a victory there. We'll move then to our final match for the evening, which sees Mark take on the Mystery. We did, of course, see Mark last week come out and trash talk Benji as the KEW champion. The two of them, of course, have had issues in the past. We'll start talking about the Mystery, though, before we get into talking about Mark. That might be the opposite way around, that they enter the ring. It will indeed be. Mark will come in first. So maybe we'll tackle him first in his KEW career as it has been to date. We've seen, of course, His Majesty rise and fall and rise again in the KEW. Started the KEW sharply. Had the KEW tag team titles around his waist before having the main title as well. Was, of course, Benji's tag partner he saw take the first KEW title. Maybe a little air of jealousy setting then, but the two of them won the tag team titles as the Square Watermelons. And then, that was post Benji losing the title. And then Mark managed to take the title off of James the Cat before losing it swiftly and succinctly in the lost episode to Atomic Andy in a four-way cage match. His magnificence, though, since then has always remained up and around the top of the KEW's power rankings, and he is a semi-popular athlete in the KEW. He is one who's not afraid to mix it up, and he does have a few weapons in his arsenal. He, of course, managed to pin James the Cat with his legs on the rope, a la the Torpedo, in the for the KEW title. Many will say he cheated his way to the title. He, of course, won't see it that way himself and will say he was worthy of it. And since then, he has not managed to get his way back to the KEW title. But like I said, he's always been up the top of the KEW power rankings. The question remains, though, will he face a slump the same way that Tanj did? He did, of course, have the tag team with Benji, which fell apart, and the two of them had the head-to-head at the winter pay-per-view, the Christmas pay-per-view, which led to Mark swiftly and succinctly putting Benji in his place. It was post that pay-per-view that we had then the expansion with people like the Mystery joining the roster, and he, of course, has been a dangerous athlete. We've not seen him do much so far in the KEW. He survived all the way to the end of the Rumble, only to be eliminated by the Assassin, of course, though. So he is an athlete who does have plenty of stamina and can go the distance here. He has, of course, had success in recent weeks as well, where he defeated the BFG athlete that he had struggled to get past in recent weeks, but put him behind him and managed to pick the victory up pretty swiftly and succinctly. Here we go, then Mark fires out of the gates immediately and looked like he missed completely where he went for the Mystery. The Mystery now, look at this, spinning around on the back of Mark. Well, I'm not so sure he will have enjoyed that one, having him spin around on the cheeks like that, and I'm not quite sure what the Mystery was trying to do there, maybe trying to just put his opponent off a little bit, get in his head psychologically. Gives the elbow to the shoulder now rams the head of Mark into the floor, and maybe, like I said, where he's put him off a little bit by spinning around on the cheeks like that, it's done enough to upset Mark's equilibrium. Shots to the spine now with those funky shoes, and a big elbow again, and Mark's down on the matting here and is taking a pummeling early doors from the Mystery. He came flying out of the gates, though, maybe trying to get a bit of early momentum, but got absolutely nothing going. Now the Mystery picks him back up to his feet, and he looks a little woozy, does Mark the Magnificent here, as now he's springboarded out of the corner by the Mystery there. Good athleticism on display from the mysterious man. Goes for the cover, just the one count there. The question on everyone's on all the fans' lips, of course, is who's behind the mask. Could it be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson gracing us with his presence? Not unless the Rock's lost about 500 pounds in weight and muscle. Is it someone like Drake, though? Notorious rapper, or maybe even Speed or KSI or one of the other famous YouTubers. The Mystery, though, will stay unsolved for now in the KEW. Now look, Mark, the Mystery has hold of him here, and the Mystery won't let go, but Mark with a little drop kick to the knee there. Now off the ropes he goes. Big springboard there, hooks the leg for a cover of his own. 1, 2. Just a 2 count there, though. The Mystery plenty left in the tank. That's the kind of momentum shifter Mark needed. Goes for a little basement drop kick though, but the Mystery doesn't go down. I think Mark was thinking he could drop him down to the floor there, but he doesn't indeed. Now the big knee there, furious kicks and a hurricanrana there, flipping the momentum. Just what Mark needed. The Mystery rolls to the outside. He's pointing to the crowd. Here is Mark. Looks like he might be getting ready for something. No, he slowly walks over. I thought he might charge at the ropes there and try and launch himself out. He is a high-flying athlete. Took his time, and now look, the Mystery has booted him in the face, and he's down on the outside, taunting to the crowd as the Mystery is shot to the spine there. And I said to watch out for Mark the Magnificent having a slump in his career, a la Tange, because they did, of course, have a similar time in the KEW. And Tange's fall has come swiftly, and Mark, if he's not careful here, will be facing the same punishment. Back in the ring comes the Mystery, and Mark slow to get up here. The Mystery with a shot to the spine, and now back to his feet and off the ropes again with another crossbody, exploding out of nowhere. Goes for the cover. Just a 1 count there though. The Mystery has got enough momentum left in the match to keep going here. A big kick there from Mark and a big elbow. That's what he needed. Oh, the drop kick there, taking the knees out, but the Mystery swiftly up, and Mark rolls out the way of him there. Now whipped into the ropes from the Mystery, picks him up, and oh, big backdrop there, sending him flying, hooks the leg now. Just a 1 count there though, ladies and gentlemen. Mark able to get the shoulder up. The Mystery now back on top with the assault. Furious shots to the ribs there, and a big elbow blow to Mark's face as he rolls down and around there. And you can see it looks like he's been busted open by that elbow. Maybe there's something sharp in those gloves that the Mystery has. Mark slow back to his feet now, and the Mystery letting him climb up onto the ropes, but his assault is endless here. Look at this choke in the Magnificence. His eminence there on the ropes. Drop down to the matting now is Mark. The Mystery gets hold of him here and drags him around. Might look to pull him to the centre of the ring and put things away here. Mark slow back to his feet, gets the shot to the spine there as the Mystery says, roll over, don't you dare turn your back on me. Big elbow blow there, and now the Mystery poised for something here. Gets hold of Mark by the hand, and look at this, Mark trying to run away again, but no, gets the drop kick there into the legs, and again off the ropes, again with another crossbody, sending the Mystery cavorting to the floor. I've got to say, Mark's probably a bit fortunate there. It looked like the Mystery was ready to put things away. Mark now off the ropes here, and swinging net breaker there. There's just the momentum shifter Mark needed. He's been slow out of the gates here, and we've already seen sloppy wrestling early doors from James the Cat, although he managed to turn that around into a victory. Can Mark do the same? Snap DDT from the Mystery, spikes Mark off the mat nastily, goes for the cover of the Mystery. 1, 2. I thought he might have had it there, but Mark does just enough to get the shoulder up, and the Mystery, look at that, he thinks he had it as well. Mark slow back to his feet now. The Mystery has hold of the knee from behind, slamming the knee into the floor there, and Mark slowly rolling out of the way. Mystery now gets hold of him, takes him in the corner and rams his head into the corner turnbuckle. But Mark battling back out of it here, blocks the shot, giving the kick to the guts, tucks him in between. Is he going to go for the crown breaker? He does! The crown breaker there, and look at that, the Mystery slowly rolls over, goes for the cover. 1, 2. Just a 2 count though. The Mystery gets the shoulder up somehow, and goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, these two are going at it well and truly. The Mystery now down on the outside. Mark taking a little breather in the ring, now charges at the ropes, flies through the middle one, tornado DDT from the second rope dive there, and Mark slapping the chest and showing off there his, not quite rippling abs, it's more rippling stomach, rippling rolls perhaps. Gets hold of the Mystery now, shots to the guts here, now up on the outside and spins him over and slams him down as well. The high flying ability from Mark there, rolling around his opponent, taking his time now, is up to a 5 count, making his way back into the ring. Good ring awareness there from Mark, onto a 6 count, is happy to let the Mystery just take a breather, spend it down on the outside. He'll get the count out victory, he won't mind about that. Up to a 7 count, and Mark now, look at this, I thought he was going to climb up the ropes, but he's just showing off to the crowd onto an 8 count. The Mystery's back in the ring though, and a big shot to Mark's face there as he was too slow in trying to put the pay dirt there, happy to go for the count out, and the Mystery says, this is your problem now. Big swinging net breaker there from the Mystery, and Mark's down in the corner. Could this be what the Mystery needs to wrap the victory up? Gets hold of Mark now, spins him around, drags him away from the ropes so he can't get a rope break. Goes for the cover, he knows he's a wily wrestler. 1, 2. 3. There it is. The Mystery with the victory there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Mark battered and bruised, and Benji's in the ring with the title. Oh, massive title shot to the face. Mark's down on the mat. Oh, goodness gracious me. Well, Benji didn't really need to do that, but after winning the title only a few weeks ago, we saw Mark come out and call him out, and Benji storms into the ring at the end of KEW there and delivers the title shot straight into Mark's face. He says to him, this is what it takes to be a champion. You've got to put people like the Mystery away, and you can't even do that. Title shot to the face ends this week's KEW. What an explosive end to the regular KEW season. Join us next weekend for the pay-per-view, or this weekend coming for the main pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, the final pay-per-view of the series. Thank you for watching. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you at the main pay-per-view to wrap up this explosive season of KEW Live. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.